Y'all, I seriously have a problem. Like, shopping is a problem. But these books actually, I had ordered like a long time ago. And they got like lost in shipping and they took like forever to get here. So really, I wasn't like buying more books. Like, I'd already bought these forever ago. They just like took forever and a day to get here. That's my excuse, right? That's what we're gonna go with. That's what we're gonna go with. Also, 5 of these books are for my daughter. So, like, I don't feel as bad buying books for my children because, like, that's what we do as parents, right? We buy stuff for our kids. And if they're books, if they want books, like, bitch, I'll buy you books because I want to encourage that love of reading for her, especially since she is struggling right now. We don't know, we are having my daughter tested for dyslexia and ADHD. We had the testing done, we're just waiting on results. She's really struggling when it comes to reading and some other things. So we're just kind of waiting on results to get her help and see how that goes. But in the meantime, I want to help like encourage her love of reading because she does enjoy it. She just struggles with it. So I bought some books for her that'll kind of help push her out of the comfort zone and that we can read together. Some of them are like middle grade, so we can read them together. And then I also picked up a couple that are just for me because I have no self-control. All right, so we're just gonna start off with it. I'm gonna start off with the books that I bought specifically with my daughter in mind. And then we'll move into the more like adult books that I buy. The first ones I bought, of course, I said I bought them with my daughter in mind, and I did, but also because I want to read them. And so I think it'll be a fun time to read these together, and that is Nevermore and Wondersmith, the first 2 books, and I believe it's the Trials of Morgan Crow. Is that what it's called? Oh, the first one is the Trials of Morgan Crow, and then the second one is the Calling of Morgan Crow. So I don't know if this has like a series name, but these are the first 2. Nevermore is the first book, and then Wondersmith is the second one. The third book is coming out soon, or it's already out, I think, Hollowpox. So I'll probably pick that up at some point as well. I'm really excited because these sound like such a cute middle grade story. Basically, this little girl is born unlucky, and she's like destined to die on, I think, her 11th birthday. But before that can happen, this man comes and like swoops her away to this enchanted land, and she has to like do these trials, and that's kind of all I know, but it just sounded super good. It sounded like something that I would like to read with my almost 8-year-old daughter. So I just think that that's gonna be a lot of fun to read these 2 together. The next one that I picked up that's like more of a middle grade is Howl's Moving Castle. I have actually never read this book. I know so many people love it, but again, I thought it would be perfect to read with my daughter, who is going to be 8 in March. So where does the time go? Honestly, I don't know anything about this book. I picked it up a lot because of the hype. I know there's like a Studio Ghibli production that I really want to watch that everybody loves, but I want to read it first. And again, I just think this would be perfect to read with Willow because she loves these like fantastical stories, but she, like I said, has a hard time actually reading. So I can read this to her while she's looking at the words, and that really helps her absorb a story and like learn how to properly read. So I'm excited to get to this one. The next 2 I picked up are like middle grade kids, like graphic novels basically. And the first one is The Force Awakens. Willow loves Star Wars, so I encourage that because she loves it, so why not? This is basically a child-friendly adaptation of the movie in graphic novel form, if that makes any sense. Like, it's, you know, it's really, really cute. And graphic novels work really well with her because they don't have a ton of words, And she already knows the story, so I feel like that helps. We have seen the movie. She has watched them all with us. And I just think that these help her grasp the concept of stories, since she already knows the story plot and like the basic aspects of it, and she can like pull out words that she knows already. And then the last one that I got specifically with Willow in mind is this really cute Disney princesses like graphic novel. It's got like a bunch of different stories in it with like different Disney princesses. And again, graphic novels work really, really well for her because they have less words and they read easier, and she can kind of visualize everything. If she's having trouble grasping for a word, she can look at the picture, see what's going on, and then like use context clues to pick out which words she's struggling with and what is actually going on in the story. So I feel like this is really beneficial, and it's really cute. Like, we love Disney, so win-win. And then the next ones that ended up coming in are adult books. These are ones that I bought for myself. Most of them I bought because of hype. I'm not gonna lie. The first one is A Hero Born. I have heard so many good things about this. Katie at Brightness Katie Reads, I believe, was talking about it, and like just reading it with, I think, her book club. I'm not 100% sure, but it sounded super cool. And I know this is a translated work, and I'm excited to get to it. I've been really loving like Asian fantasy lately, so I really want to get to this. I love that it's a translated work, so I'm just excited. The next one that I picked up is Jacoby. I don't really know much about this, but I know that Monica at Mooney Reads had posted a while back that she read the last book in this series and it had made her cry and she loved it. So that alone kind of drew me to picking this up. I believe it is like a historical fiction, urban fantasy kind of story. And that excites me because I really loved Addie LaRue recently. And that was more of a historical fiction, urban fantasy. So I'm kind of looking for more stuff in that genre. So I picked this up kind of hoping that it sparks that same love that I felt with Addie. And I know Monica loves it. We have pretty similar tastes. So, all right, another one that I picked up is A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. This is one of her older series, and I've heard a lot of good things about it. Again, this is kind of on that same vein of historical fiction fantasy, and that is again what drew me to this, because I'm wanting to try out more like historical fiction, light fantasy type stories to break up my reading of more high epic fantasy and like more just long difficult reads. So I'm excited to try this out. I had picked up The Diviners a while back, but haven't gotten to it yet. So I'm excited to read some of Libba Bray's books. The next one I picked up is Wonder Woman Warbreaker. And this is the like DC comic novelization. This one was done in conjunction with, I believe, Leigh Bardugo. And I really liked Leigh Bardugo's writing style. I didn't love Shadow and Bone, but I liked her writing. I did really like Ninth House, so I'm excited to see what she does with Wonder Woman, who is one of my favorite DC characters. So I'm just excited to see what she does with this story, and her writing style is really easily consumable, so I'm excited for that. And look at these edges. It's like, I don't know if you can tell, but it's sprayed and it says DC Icons on it, which I thought was kind of cool. And then the last one I picked up, this is a pretty short book haul, especially for me, is Heart So Fierce and Broken. Now, I have not read A Curse So Dark and Lonely yet. I picked it up like last year. I have not read it yet, but then this book came out and I kind of wanted to get both of them so I can read them back to back. And I know that the third book is coming out very soon. So I think it would be really good to just like read the first one and the second one back to back right before the third one comes out. I know this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and I'm pretty sure the first book and the second book follow two different sets of characters. Even though the set of characters from this book is in the first one, they weren't the main two characters, so I'm excited to kind of see how that goes and how that is portrayed with the Beauty and the Beast retelling. So I'm excited to get to it. I love a retelling, so I'm excited to get to this series. And that's it. I know that's a really small haul for me, but that is all I bought recently. And really these weren't even bought that recently. They've just been like in transit, like lost for what feels like forever. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what I should get to first. If you have any more recommendations of books that I should get for Willow, let me know that as well, because I'm definitely a fan of building up her library, and then obviously eventually for my son. So yeah, let me know in the comments, because you know I have a shopping problem. All right, well, I'm Jessie. I make videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and I will see you next time. Bye.